where I've seen an actual place to where we can go, like, soldiers have church.
Hello, Muslim friends of the world. The United States military has at least 1,313,940 active personnel and 826,106 reserve troops. Of that number, how many are Muslim? Last December, ABC News reported that at least 5,896 United States military personnel registered Islam as their religion. The military does invite its personnel to report the beliefs they hold, even writing it on the identification necklaces that soldiers usually wear. The reason is simple: to make it easier for the military to carry out funerals according to the soldiers' beliefs, wrote ABC. It should be noted, not everyone wants to register the beliefs they hold. Of the 2.2 million personnel, 400,000 people did not report religion or belief. So it is possible that the actual number of those who are Muslim is greater than the 5,896. Data shows that there are 3,550 Army or U.S. Army personnel who are Muslim, 1,036 Navy personnel and 765 in the Air Force. Meanwhile, only 545 people are in the U.S. Marine. History also shows that these Muslim personnel have served since the United States War of Independence, World War I and II, the Vietnam War, to the Gulf War and the war against Al-Qaeda and ISIS. The American Muslim population is a community that is considered more willing to serve in the military than other segments of the population. This data was obtained from a recent poll conducted by the Institute for Social Policy and Understanding. It's not surprising that Muslims want to serve, and I'm glad to hear this poll is coming out, said Muslim military veteran Shukri Abdirahman, a former Republican candidate for Minnesota's 5th Congressional District, as reported by Fox News. Too often atrocities by Islamic terrorists are blamed on Muslims collectively. Muslims around the world have to suffer because of the idea that we are all radicals, he added. Abdirahman's comments came after a poll showed 11% of Muslim Americans indicated a willingness to serve in the United States military, more than the 10% of Catholic and Protestant respondents or 9% of those with no religion. The poll also showed that white Muslims were the most likely to indicate a willingness to serve in the military, with 17% saying they would serve compared to 11% of white non-Muslims who indicated the same willingness. The willingness to serve in the military comes even though the Muslim American population is less likely to hold U.S. citizenship than other demographics, with about 80% of those surveyed saying they are citizens compared with between a 92% to 99% citizenship rate among other respondents. Abdirahman, who served more than a decade in the United States Army, was born in Somalia. He said the United States opened its doors to him amidst a long civil war in his home country, something he was always grateful for, and that made him want to serve his country. I joined because I was grateful that America saved me. I came from war-torn Somalia and America opened their doors to us, he said. The poll comes as the services grapple with policies on how best to accommodate members of religious minorities in the ranks, with the Air Force, Army and Navy all having policies that provide exceptions to dress and appearance standards for religious expressions such as turbans. Only the Marines did not budge on the standards, raising concerns that such a policy could hurt recruiting. But Abdirahman argued that the military should not change its standards to accommodate religious rules on dress and appearance, saying that such changes do not contribute to combat readiness and only make the military more woke. In the military, we are all one, regardless of religion or gender identity, he said. Abdurrahim pointed to his own experience in the military, arguing that it is one of the most diverse organizations. Moreover, he can practice his religion fully. The military is not supposed to be a place where people serve a social identity. You go to an organization that protects and defends this country, and we are all in the same uniform. This is about saving lives and defending this country, he said. The United States has many military bases around the world. In fact, many Muslim countries in the world are also home to United States military bases. This cannot be separated from the fact that many Muslim countries are aligned with Washington. The military base is a symbol of the Muslim country's closeness to the United States. For countries that host United States military bases, it can be a symbol of closeness to the United States. It also guarantees security and defense from enemy invasion. Apart from that, they can also learn and collaborate more closely in defense and the military. The following Muslim countries have United States military bases. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has long been known as the United States' main partner in the Middle East. Despite experiencing various tensions, the two countries remain friendly in establishing military cooperation. United States troops on the ground and others will be deployed on missions to counter the Iranian military. The deployment will bring the total number of troops in Saudi Arabia to 3,000. According to 5 Pillar Sook, military assets including radar and missile systems to improve air defense, an air expeditionary wing to support fighter aircraft and 2 fighter squadrons were also sent. Turkey. Just like Saudi, when diplomatic relations between the United States and Turkey fluctuate and get hot and cold, the two countries also need each other. Incirlik Air Base is used by the United States Air Force, hosting approximately 5,000 airmen. Tactical nuclear weapons are stored at the base. Among them are up to 50 B-61 nuclear bombs. Qatar. One of the United States' most strategic military bases in the Middle East is in Qatar. Why? Al Udeid Air Base hosts the United States Air Force and is the headquarters of United States Air Force's Central Command. According to media reports in June 2017, the base hosts more than 11,000 American and U.S.-led anti-ISIS coalition troops and more than 100 operational aircraft.